In this video we're going to have a look at how to request endoscopy in eCare. For this demonstration I've got the record of an inpatient opened, but the exact same procedure would apply to an outpatient. Click on Request and Care Plans and then Add, just as you would when ordering anything. Search for gastroscopy. You can see the order here. Any order requested from the endoscopy department will have EN in brackets after it. In total, there are 7 order types available from endoscopy, including flexible sigmoidoscopy, colonoscopy, gastroscopy and flexible sigmoidoscopy, gastroscopy and colonoscopy, PEG insertion. The 7th type is ERCP, and for this you should select the care set indicated by the white pizza icon. Once you've selected the tests you want, click Done. You will then need to complete any missing fields. If we select gastroscopy and colonoscopy as an example, you will see mandatory missing fields indicated in yellow that match to the current boxes on the purple paper request forms. Fill these in as appropriate. In some fields, you may need to select more than one response. This can be done by pressing the Control key on the keyboard and then highlighting the relevant fields. Click Enter, and your answers will be stored. You can use this technique for any of the fields where you need to enter more than one answer. When you've completed all the fields, then the blue cross will disappear. It will tell you there are no more missing fields for this order, and you would then be able to sign it off. Although it seems like there are a lot of mandatory fields and extra details required, these are all currently in existence on the paper form, but very poorly completed as a rule. The new system will save the endoscopy unit a lot of time chasing around for missing details. Results from endoscopy recorded in this way will come back into the patient record much more quickly than our current systems, and you will be alerted to this by a message in Message Center. This will come both to the requester and also to the lead clinician responsible for that episode of care. If we just look at ERCP, which is slightly different, you'll notice when we ordered it, there are two parts to it, an endoscopy part and a radiology part. You'll also notice that because our patient hadn't had a group and save, we were prompted to request that at the same time. The missing details for the two sections can be completed in the same way. You'll see now for the endoscopy part, there are no further details required. There are still some details for the X-ray department. Again, when the blue cross has disappeared, the order is complete and can be signed. If you want a therapeutic endoscopy, for example, colonoscopic polypectomy, just as before, you would go to Request and Care Plans, Add, still choose colonoscopy, the endoscopy order, but when you're filling in the fields, under procedure type, you can select the procedure you need. In this example, we want polypectomy. You'd complete the rest of the fields as normal. Don't forget, it's not just the yellow fields that are mandatory. You'll also need to complete the radio buttons, such as the yes, no here for bowel prep. And depending on the answers you give for some questions, further fields may then become mandatory. If in doubt, at the bottom of the screen you will see here that we have one missing detail required. In this case we can see that it's the follow-up plan if the endoscopy is normal. If you couldn't see easily which is the missing field, you can click on the yellow arrow here, which will take you to that missing field. Once I complete this, you will see there are no missing details and the order can be signed. Similarly, if you wanted a therapeutic gastroscopy, just click Add, search for the endoscopy gastroscopy order, which is here, gastroscopy, remember, followed by EN. And again, under procedure type, you can see we've got variceal banding, dilatation, stenting or polypectomy. Again, complete the missing fields and sign. Don't forget, while you're ordering these tests, particularly if you order these frequently, it may be worth saving them to your favourites folder. This can be done before you sign off the order by right-clicking the order and selecting Add to Favourites. You can see I've already started some favourites folders here. If I want a new folder, called endoscopy, I can simply do that. If I say OK, we'll save gastroscopy to that folder. And I can demonstrate this. In fact, if I remove this order by right-clicking and removing, and now reordering by clicking on Add, instead of looking for the procedure, I can simply click on my favourites, endoscopy, and there's my gastroscopy. Now you'll also notice, because I started to fill in the indication and put 2-week wait cancer, it's saved this as well. So bear in mind that depending how many of those fields you have filled in when you add the order to your favourites, the pre-filled fields will also be saved. You'll also need to set up these favourite orders separately for outpatient and inpatient encounters. If there's anything else that you think is relevant for the endoscopy department to know, then just as now, you can record this in the clinical details section. If you followed this guide, you should have no problems getting endoscopic examinations from your patients from the new system.